Welcome, everyone, and hello, and welcome to today's session. So we've got the introduction to MADTECH.AI's marketing effectiveness module. I'm David Berkowitz, your host for today. Longtime exec from the agency side, from marketing and ad tech, doing some consulting with high caliber AI. I run the AI Marketers Guild community under Marketecture, and I'm also an advisor to MADTECH.AI. And I'm really excited about what we're going to share here today. Over the next 50 minutes or so, we'll explore how marketers can finally measure, prove, and improve ROI with precision. Joining me are two brilliant minds, and they'll prove it to you in a sec. Bill Lederer, CEO of MADTECH.AI, and Vinod Karyagal, Senior Data Scientist. We're thrilled to have you here.
Hey, David.
Good. Welcome aboard. Glad you can all make it today. So before we jump in, let's do some quick intros. Bill, let's start with you. Tell our audience a bit about yourself and MADTECH.AI.
Great. Thanks, David, and thank all of you for tuning in. Much appreciated and pretty exciting for us. We've spent a couple of years building and testing marketing effectiveness here at MADTECH.AI. So this is a big opportunity for us. I thank you. MADTECH.AI is your marketing decision intelligence platform. It is a platform with a series of products associated with it that is live, operational, with some very happy customers. I'm pleased to report. My own path to getting here has been working with data and analytics on behalf of marketers and their partners, trying to figure out how to get reasonable returns out of those investments and working with complex data and technology challenges. So this is the opportunity to put a lot of years of hard work on behalf of a lot of folks. So that's my own background, and glad to be on this with you, David, and with Vinod.
Yeah, well, speaking of Vinod, you've been the brain behind building these modules. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, David. I lead the architecture, development, delivery of our AI and data models at MADTECH.AI. My work focuses on transforming complex data into actionable intelligence through tools like MEM, the Marketing Effectiveness Module, and the conversational AI engine, the MADi.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear all about these things, and I know a lot of these terms are going to be new for a lot of folks here today, so we're going to dive in a second. Let me give you a little bit of a snapshot, though, of what we're going to be covering today as we look at the agenda. So we'll start with a brief introduction to MADTECH.AI and who we are, what we do, how we bring clarity to the chaos of marketing data. Then from there, we'll talk about marketing effectiveness, what it really means, not necessarily what you think it means, so be warned. You might think you know what it means. We'll see, including how it helps optimize budgets and strengthen agency partnerships and even drive measurable return on investment. After that, we'll introduce the star of today's session. Wait, I thought that was me. No, it's the Marketing Effectiveness Module, MEM, and show how it unifies 8 proven effectiveness modules into one system. Then we'll take a closer look at those 8 marketing effectiveness models and how they come together to form the marketing effectiveness matrix. We are taking you into the matrix, giving teams a single strategic view of what's working and what isn't. Once we've covered the framework, we'll see a quick glimpse of how it works. We'll have some Q&A, welcome some Q&A in the chat too as questions come up, and we'll aim to answer them by the end of this. So be sure to stick around to the end too. We got some giveaways, that's not all, prizes and fun for all of you at the end of today. So be sure to stick around, and that's our game plan. So let's dive into this, and Bill, going to start with you. MADTECH.AI has been making waves as a pioneer in what you call marketing decision intelligence. So what's MADTECH.AI all about?
Sure. Well, thank you. The first thing is this is essentially a new category within marketing analytics. Marketing decision intelligence and the MDI Suite, which is our primary offering, is about unifying, transforming, analyzing, visualizing all your marketing and marketing related data in one effective AI powered hub. And so what you see in front of you is a pyramid that makes up the 4 integrated layers of core capability for the MDI Suite and for our platform. The goal here is to be able to use these capabilities to work specifically for the benefit of marketers and their partners.
Okay, so bringing clarity to chaos of data. Okay, that's something I can relate to. I think every marketer can relate to. Now, getting a little bit deeper into marketing decision intelligence sounds like a new category. Could sound like just another buzzword or another term out there. What does this really mean? Why don't you bring it to life for us?
Sure. So I'm going to use the analogy with this graphic that we have in front of us of the human brain. So we know as humans that we have a single place to go where all of the inputs across the systems that make up our body all flow together, comes into the brain, specifically the cortex and the cerebellum. And that all that data that's flowing in is going to get synthesized, analyzed, a decision's going to get made, and then instructions are sent to the body. Well, why can't that be the same way in marketing? It's not the way it works in marketing today, but the goal here is to be able to see if we can try to do this for the benefit of marketers and their partners, making smarter, faster decisions, more confident ones, and reducing the manual effort, removing the guesswork, and continuously optimizing performance. So one of the key things with marketing decision intelligence essentially is to say, hey, there is a new function that is specific to decision making within the marketing tech stack. So that is new and different, and it is something we've been working against for years, and it seems to be working well for us and our customers. So to be clear, we think this is a new box within the ecosystem, as if our industry needed yet another category of vendors, but this is clearly distinctly different than the other tools that are available today.
Okay, so I think I got it. It's not about more data, but smarter data, decision-ready intelligence. And by the way, for those who want to just keep getting smarter about this and have some questions for us, be sure to share them in the chat, and we'll make sure to get to them toward the end of this. Meanwhile, let's keep going. This gives us a strong foundation, but I have a hunch that there's more to the story. Vinod, let's shift over to you because you've been so deeply involved in building the whole marketing decision intelligence suite itself. Can you help us understand how it actually works?
Of course, David. The MADTECH.AI Marketing Decision Intelligence Suite is an AI-powered integrated data analytics, reporting, and decisioning platform purpose-built for marketers and their partners. It unifies, transforms, analyzes, and visualizes marketing data in a single cost-effective hub, delivering real-time descriptive insight, predictive forecast, and prescriptive recommendations. So marketers can optimize their efforts and realize their goals and objectives in real time with a better experience. The MDI Suite is an integrated ecosystem combining our iPaaS data integration layer, pre-built AI models, and MADi, our conversational AI assistant. It's designed to give teams real-time attribution clarity and predictive insight without needing deep technical expertise for the team.
Okay, so it's taking what used to require multiple tools and specialists and giving marketers one intelligent system that does it all.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So this brings us to marketing effectiveness. Bill, what really is it?
So marketing effectiveness, as we define it, measures how well marketing activities drive desired business outcomes through data-informed insights, unified performance visibility, and continuous optimization across channels. Like you see in that Rubik's Cube in the graphic right there, what we're trying to do is give you a different look against the same set of problems using different tools all in one place. And not only is it different tools, but in our approach, we use different methodologies, different data models within the individual ways in which we're looking at that Rubik's Cube to say, what's the best fit? What's the best way of describing, predicting, and tightening the recommendations that can come out of these systems for better decision making? That's what marketing effectiveness is for us.
Okay, so that's what it is. That's helpful. And now, what are its benefits?
Well, the benefits really are broken out according to where you sit in the ecosystem. If you're a marketer, you might have one set of benefits. For enablers, you've got something else. And then there's some shared benefits, as you can see in this particular graphic. The benefits are extremely rich. And from early on, what we've learned is that these are tools that help you to be able to make better budget allocations. You're able to establish proof statements for return on investment, however it is that you're choosing to measure that. And we have many ways of doing that. You may be trying to improve campaign performance. So this works both strategically at the channel, sub-channel, platform allocation level, all the way down through the campaigns. On the enabler side, those would be, for example, companies that are agencies, consultancies. It could be data and tech providers. There, you're trying to tell stories that are grounded in specific evidence around what is measurable value that's being delivered. You want to build stronger relationships with your marketer customers and to identify new opportunities. There is definitely commonality between the demand side of the market and the supply side of the market. These are tools that can work for both.
Great. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's so essential these days, being able to cover both sides of the market. So now tell us a little bit more about this marketing effectiveness module we've been hearing a little bit about.
So marketing effectiveness matrix, which you see in the middle, which brings it all together, is made up of 8 totally separate models. Each of those models performs a different function, and Vinod's going to talk to us about this in greater detail. But at a high level, what's included in marketing effectiveness module includes the following: the marketing mix model, multi-touch attribution, incrementality. You've got the media mix model. We've got causality, creative effectiveness, the recency frequency monetary value model, sometimes called RFM, and we offer lifetime value. All of these things are pre-engineered and built, but extremely flexible and totally open architected in the sense that this is the opposite of a black box. We're sharing all of the inner secrets of how these things are built and then can be modified either by users of this, by administrators, or by MADTECH.AI on behalf of its customers. All of these things come together and are feeding each other. That's what makes up what we call MEM, or marketing effectiveness module.
Okay, so this is great for the big picture and why it matters. Want to get a little nerdy for a second, and Vinod, glad you're here to and scratch that itch. So what really powers MEM? I mean, there are multiple models at play. Can you walk us through what they are and how they work together?
Sure, David. So MEM gives 8 models with different methods under each model, as we can see, and it allows the user to choose methods of their own depending on their marketing use cases and their data. So the first method is marketing mix model. Marketing mix model is a statistical analysis of aggregate sales, marketing, and business data, which quantifies the impact of different marketing channels and different marketing tactics levers on financial outcomes over the time, providing insights and recommendations to optimize marketing investment allocation and predict future outcomes. And the second method is multi-touch attribution. Multi-touch attribution is a measurement approach that properly measures the impact of marketing activities on conversation events at a granular level, assuming what is the impact expected change in propensity to convert that resulted from an impression, while considering customers' innate propensity to convert without marketing exposure. And the third model under MEM is the incrementality model, which is a framework validated through continuous testing, which measures the true causal lift generated by marketing activities, isolating the incremental impact behind what would have occurred organically, transforming measurement into a strategic planning asset. And the fourth model under the MEM is media mix model. Media mix model is a modeling technique that quantifies the contribution of paid media channels such as TV, digital, radio, print, and like different social medias to business outcomes for optimizing media spend allocation. And the fifth one is causality model. Causality model is a statistical framework for establishing cause and effect relationship between marketing inputs and business outcomes using controlled experiments, quasi-experimental designs, or causal inference methods to determine the true marketing impact separating from the correlation of the events that might occur over the period of time. And the sixth method is creative effectiveness model. It is an AI-based model based analytical framework for measuring and predicting how different creative elements such as messaging, tone, colors, image, or videos drive marketing performance, where we isolate creative impact from media placement to optimize advertising content and design for improved campaign effectiveness, which helps build the feedback loop from the creatives to the business outcomes as well. And the seventh model under MEM is a lifetime value model, which is a predictive model for estimating total net profit expected from a customer throughout their entire relationship, as in their lifetime with the business, informing customer acquisition cost threshold and retention investment decision. And the eighth model is RFM, recency frequency and monetary model, which is an analytical framework which segments customers based on the RFM score to identify different segments of customers such as high value customer, at risk, and like optimize based on the segment wise planning for targeted marketing strategies. So these are the models under MEM. And as we can see, like there are a lot of methods under each. We are continuously adding newer methods to each of these models so that we can allow flexibility to the users to compare and generate the best output from the MEM.
Okay, so if I've got this right, it's not just one model answering, it's multiple models comparing notes until they agree on the truth.
Exactly, David. That's what makes it powerful. So basically, instead of siloed reports, you get converging evidence from multiple methods and models, a complete and trusted view of marketing effectiveness, all under a single tree in the MEM.
Yep. David, one question that's already come up is, let me help with right away, and that is that all of what you've seen and heard about and what you'll be learning more about on this webinar, these applied both for B2B and for B2C. We have experience with both, and these can help without regard to the size of the organization, as long as models benefit from historical and typically current data. Without that data to run these models.
Okay, so that's really helpful. And so, I mean, I'm just curious to hear a little bit more from you, Bill, in terms of like the real magic, like MEM coming alive in practice. Can you just add a little bit more color?
Sure. Well, we're very fortunate in that the subscribers for these tools have been able to find very significant cost savings, both in terms of labor of producing these if they were going to do it internally, as well as being able to find pretty significant inefficiencies in spend, overspend, underspend, changes in allocation channels that they may not have worked with, channels that aren't producing, platforms, comparing them to one another, optimizing campaign performance. Being able to, again, going back to the Rubik's Cube analogy, being able to see this problem in different ways and identifying where the business value is really being created and being able to focus those dollars. But in all candor, the first thing that we've learned, I think, working together as a team in the last few years on this is the sheer amount of time savings in terms of specialist time in creating and optimizing, maintaining these things. And one thing that we sort of jumped over, we probably shouldn't, is the systems that we've built are very good about being able to clean and organize the data in the first place. Mm-hmm. So those have been pretty fast payback for anyone who's used these so far.
And you bring up dollars. What's the cost of this module?
For those who are watching this and learning about this at the end of 2025, for all of 2026, there is no incremental cost for the marketing effectiveness module when someone's paying for the MDI Suite. It's included. if there's customization that's required, and that may be required on a case-by-case basis, that work needs to be charged for, and the cloud costs that would be incurred need to be paid for. But each of these models, the module itself is included for those companies that are signing up for a subscription currently this month and for this coming quarter.
That's amazing. Well, pretty damn cool. All right. Well, this is really helpful. We've talked about what the marketing effectiveness module is. Let's see how it works. I know our audience actually wants to see it as well, and I'm really glad that we've got a guest speaker here to help us with that. So what do you think, Vinod? Can we take a look at MEM in action?
Absolutely, David. Let's take a look at MEM in action.
Welcome to MADTECH.AI, your marketing decision intelligence platform. Unify, transform, analyze, and visualize all your data in a single, cost-effective, AI-powered hub. Let's talk about marketing effectiveness. Attribution today is messy. Data sits in silos, measurement lags, and it's hard to know what's really working. That's where our marketing effectiveness module comes in. It helps you look at the problem from multiple angles, like turning a Rubik's Cube. Each twist reveals a different dimension of your marketing performance, and only when you see all sides together does the full picture snap into place. Inside, 8 analytical models work independently and together to answer all your marketing effectiveness questions. The marketing mix model, media mix model, and multi-touch attribution quantify ROI across channels and touchpoints. The incrementality and causality models reveal the true causal lift from your marketing activity. The recency frequency monetary model, lifetime value, and creative effectiveness models help you segment audiences, predict value, and connect a creativity to results. Run and compare multiple attribution methods at once, integrate the results, and instantly arrive at the best approach. Together, they converge into Marketing Effectiveness Matrix, your single strategic view of what works and what doesn't. Let's look at how easily you can create and use these models. The Marketing Effectiveness module sits under the Insights tab in the MDI Suite plan. All the available models are listed on the landing page. I'll select Marketing Mix Model. There are 3 simple steps to complete setup in seconds. First, select the method or methods you want and review the setup guide for required data and fields. Next, upload your data. You should upload a CSV file containing the required data for analysis. Lastly, map the model's data fields. Data mapping varies for each model, so we've highlighted the required and optional fields to help you complete setup seamlessly. Once mapping is complete, we provide an exploratory data analysis report so you'll know exactly what's in your model. Then you can start running the model. Each model is visualized with its own unique, intuitive, and simple scorecards and widgets. And hey, I'm also here. I'm trained to understand the current state and predict the future for you. I provide an overview, key metrics, predictions, insights, and recommendations as your decision intelligence partner. And I'm very good at it. No, not that I'm arrogant, I'm just powerful. Once your models are set up, you'll see all historical models listed on Marketing Effectiveness landing page. Moreover, we've created a marketing effectiveness matrix that consolidates analysis from all models and gives you full 360-degree visibility across your marketing campaigns. With in-market feedback, the models give you insights for both high-level strategy and day-to-day tactical workflow and execution. When connected to MDI Suite Planning module, these insights help you allocate budgets across every channel, sub-channel, platform, campaign, and creative, giving you a full 360 degrees view and better execution of your marketing efforts. Visit MADTECH.AI/MEM or scan this QR code to get started for free.
All right, so set to get scanning. What do you think, Bill?
Well, since I've been living the dream, this is a very, very rich offering. We could only see just a very small part of this in a short period of time, but it's exciting for us. We've been spending years building and testing these things with live customers. So particularly excited to have MADi there to help us. Think of her as sort of a built-in analyst that allows you in real time to be able to very quickly be able to get a read on what's going on, the overview, key metrics, the predictions, recommendations in plain English. And that's true for any aspect of the platform as well as each of these models. So very exciting, very pleased to be a part of being able to help deliver this. We think that MDI Suite and marketing effectiveness in particular is new, it's different, we think it's better. It's absolutely brand spanking new and different. There really is nothing else on the market that offers this kind of value and brings all these pieces together, both in terms of the strategic tools and tactical, and being able to integrate them easily. To begin with, there is the iPass Suite, which is helps with the data ingestion, the transformation of data, the storing of it, classifying, making it easily available for these models. Of course, it's 8 models. It's not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And there are multiple methods that you can pick from to be able to run the models the way you want them, when you want them. They're all integrated with MADi. That's the conversational AI assistant that you've just learned, that you just met. There's a lot of flexibility in terms of the methodologies and what you can do with the models. If you have your own, you can bring those in as well. As I said, everything is fully integrated, and it works all the way through the campaign activity, so you can use this while you're in market and not just on historical. We've already talked about this before in terms of the open architected nature of what's there and what we're able to share. It's totally white labelable for those that are looking to put their own branding and look and feel on what we've put together. We're happy to do that. And we think this is pretty affordable. How affordable? Our current price for MDI Suite works out to $4,999 a month. That's about $60,000 a year for an annual subscription. And that is sort of all inclusive plus cloud costs. So we think we're delivering kind of a breakthrough in terms of the order of magnitude difference in pricing and value relative to the rest of the marketplace within the larger marketing analytics world. So we think this is a pretty exciting breakthrough.
Exciting indeed.
I was going to say, for those of you that have more interest, we have some more things we want to talk about on the call today, but I just wanted to share with you that if you take a look at that QR code and the URL, you can go and learn more. There is a page online on the website that will tell you much more about marketing effectiveness module and will lead you to additional materials. There's quite a bit of white papers and blogs and other materials that we put together in support of this particular part of our offering. And you can learn more by following that QR code.
Excellent. And I've got some questions coming up soon, and I definitely want to hear from anyone anyone who's joining now. Any of the questions that you have, we'll make sure to answer them shortly. Share any comments as well. Before we do, though, can you just share a little bit about what's coming?
Sure. Well, Vinod and I have been hard at work on these things. So in addition to our own proprietary models, we will be adding to the models that we already have additional methodologies from which to choose. And that includes open source models that are coming out of Google and Meta and others. We will be continuously adding additional capabilities, including the ability to be able to show the different methods side by side where you can compare them all, and then where the computer will essentially find you what is the best fit among these things for your particular data, your line of business, to be able to say, okay, well, there are all these different things. What does MADi say about which are the best fit among them? And so we're going to be having a very rich and continuing enrichment going on of the capabilities around marketing effectiveness. So we're pretty excited about it. One of the things I'm excited about is where we can go with creative effectiveness. being able to bring that into what we're doing with channel for lifetime value, the ability to have a really granular level of analysis going deep into audience compositions. So lots of really great things coming, and no additional cost. We'll just keep adding more value to what we're offering.
Yeah, and not only that, there will be like lot more ways to connect your data to the MEM, and lot more abilities ingested with the MADi, the conversational AI assistant. And as Bill mentioned, lot of new methods under each model, and few more like new simulation, what if analysis, budget optimizer. So there are a lot of the exciting things coming up.
Yeah. When people say, how can AI be useful? Vinod and the team are using many different forms of AI. This is a non-trivial thing that we've been accomplishing here, and lots of different underlying technologies that are being brought to bear. And it's very clear that the results can be super quick, typically within hours or days, or in some cases it might take a few weeks, but the breakthroughs for customers happen very quickly.
Amazing. Well, this is fantastic. Let's start taking some questions. There was one that was already coming in terms of, is this being recorded? And and we'll make sure that everyone gets this and can share it freely afterwards. So we'd love for you to share it with others. So thank you for asking about that. The first question coming in here is, how is the marketing effectiveness module different from traditional attribution and measurement tools? Bill, you want to go for that one?
Well, I think there are a couple things. First of all, we believe in giving as much power, flexibility, the ability to ask questions using different approaches. I think more so than other resources that are available. The goal here is to be able to both empower users to be able to have access to these things, and to be able to have more open-ended tools available to them, but also to use AI to jump through that and say, okay, so what does this mean? When we talk about causality, which is an emerging major topic within the marketing science field, how important is what we're looking at? Not just sort of, okay, so this is what the model says, but what's actually driving what's going on? Where are the levers and the underlying drivers within what we're looking at? And this gives you the opportunity to be able to dig deeper, know more. And very importantly, one of the things that we did not mention is we build simulation tools in. So you have the ability to say, what if? Well, gosh, okay, what if we collapse this channel? What if we did more? What if my finance and our CEO changed the budget? What does that mean for us? What if we were to do these things? What if we've never done these things, but we want to introduce this? What's the impact on what we're looking at? So in addition to the differences between ourselves and others, I think one of the big things is just to open up the ability to say, what if? And to be able to do that when you want to, and without having to rely on a third party to do that for you.
Okay, terrific. Well, got some more questions to ask here. Let's just keep going through them. Do I need a data science team to run MEM, or is it designed for marketers with modest or no technical expertise? Vinod, want to take that?
Sure, David. Data science teams can use these tools, but marketers and agency staffs with modest or no technical expertise have what they needed already included in the MDI Suite and Marketing Decision Intelligence module, and with the MADi AI engine. So it's not necessary that they need a large data science team on the floor.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, I mean, folks like me who love like this wave of AI powered tools where you don't need to know how to code or like the intricate data science to be able to start using them today. This stuff is always really exciting to see, just making it more accessible to then be able to work with the data scientists and actually speak their language better. So thanks for that. Next one, how quickly can an organization start seeing results after implementing MEM? Bill?
Right. So I had said that you could get your results in days, hours, or at most a few weeks. Typically, what takes the time isn't the system processing the data. it's getting to the data in the first place, being able to ingest it and have it in a form that's going to be usable. So once it's in the system, it's pretty darn fast. When I say pretty darn fast, we are building these systems to be able to ultimately be able to deliver these things in real time or as close to it as we possibly can. So if you're hearing from us that it takes days or weeks, that's probably more to do with your organization or your dependencies on other people or firms to get to the data. The systems themselves are really, really fast. So we have had very good experience with all of the subscribers to the system so far in terms of being able to get virtually immediate positive outcomes. Some of those positive outcomes may result in less labor need in your organizations. So as an example, not as nearly as much need for things like people running SQL queries for you or using R or Python or having to code, but it also means you're going to get actual output models that you can use and present very fast.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful. We talked a bit about integrations especially looking at the roadmap, but Vinod, anything you want to add about like how MEM can integrate with the tools that marketers are already using, like Salesforce or Google Ads?
Yeah. So as you mentioned, we have like hundreds of pre-built connector as part of the MDI suite. So they can use those. They just have to put the credential, get it validated, and set up the flow and set up the pipeline in sync. So the MEM can directly connect with the others integration things like Salesforce, Google Ads, and many more APIs and data source for the data part to get data and build models in real time. And for the activation, it gives the dashboard reports and models. So yeah, from the integration perspective, it has wide variety of open connections from the input data.
And one thing that stood out was on making creativity measurable, a very hot topic for marketers. And a related question to this that I'd love to understand better is this something that's done directly through MEM and MADTECH.AI, or is it through integrations with other tools that then bring it to life?
No, it is directly and only like built as part of MEM itself, where we have two layers of things. One is predictive modeling and the creative effectiveness score, creative quality score, and then we have the AI features there. So it is inbuilt part of the marketing effectiveness model, where we measure different creative elements and link that to the business outcome performances and like different aspects of the marketing, what has been done during the overall period of time. And with MADi being there, it not only gives the results in a text or dashboard format, it gives you better insight and future forecast and recommended prescriptions and optimization. So basically, it's not only scoring or telling how good your creative is, it gives us a feedback loop as well. What best to import from this and what can be made better. So that kind of things is what we can see in creative effectiveness model.
Okay, excellent. Thanks for the clarity there. Let's see. So how does MEM help during budget cuts or when resources are limited? Got a lot of marketers who are probably facing stagnating or declining budgets for 2026. What do they do? How can this help?
Yeah, I think this is very common scenario. So we have a specialized tool there, budget optimizer. So they can play around with it with different goals and different possible budgets. And there are four scenarios. The scenarios are like there are different scenarios, which are four scenarios for now. Like the conservative scenario for efficiency, for expenditure, and for other types of scenarios. So they can play around that and get the simulation of what is the best plan for their budget, for their goal, and for their AOP plan and team structure. So that feature is already part of MEM.
Oh, nice. So, and speaking of efficiency, then it sounds like smaller, scrappy teams can use this, but there are also a lot of smaller, scrappy teams at big enterprises. So, is this something also that, and by all means, on the marketing side, it's amazing what some wind up having to work with. But can nonprofits or smaller orgs also use MEM?
Well, that question's coming to me. I would say absolutely. So we're fortunate to have some significant nonprofits as customers for us. And the truth is, for most nonprofit organizations, they are really resource constrained. Their budgets are not nearly as flexible. For those in the for-profit world, you may not think of your marketing budget as being flexible, but in the non-for-profit world, it's even less flexible. And so this takes the place of some people that you may not have access to add, number one. Number two, speeds things along. One thing that's nice is that these are systems that are built for easy output in terms of PowerPoints and PDFs and being able to display how you want to. So in the case of nonprofits, very often, if you're doing this kind of work, it's usually going to be pushed to a CEO, COO, could be board of trustees, could be a CFO, where you have to establish proof statements for what you're doing, what's the evidence that supports your request for funds, and to see how things are developing during the life of campaigns. So these are things where you can do them quickly without the need for as much labor, and that's really, really helpful when you're trying to sustain what you have and to ask for more.
For sure. So there's one other question, regarding specific modules, and it's about the causality module, and how does that one differ from others in the market?
Sure. So Vinod, feel free to add to what I'm going to share, but I think the first thing is there's a lot of current discussion in marketing science about causality being the queen bee, that it is growing in importance. For those of you that are less familiar, the goal of causality is to try to understand what is the underlying drivers to what's actually happening within marketing. What is it that is directly responsible, and how important is it? So there could be many, many factors, but what's actually going on? And in our systems, it's very important not only to describe things, but to predict and to provide recommendations. We have already built in and have been working for years in causality. We have good capabilities there. What we would say is that causality surrounded by these additional models creates something that's really powerful in terms of understanding what's going on and how important is it. So for us, causality is a model, but we would say that the marketing decision intelligence incorporates not only the statistical causality, which Vinod can speak to, but the other drivers that are occurring around that marketing activity. Vinod?
Yes, Bill. As you rightly said, it gives the true cause and effect on the business outcomes, and the statistical measures as like statistical significance, confidence levels, the cumulative impact of the different marketing tactics that have made. So it basically gives them the true picture of how the marketing tactics are doing and what are the different causes, be promotions, competitor pressure, or some other seasonal effects. So it all gives in a single box with the statistical significances and with the MADi helping on the AI part like insight, predictives, like what to expect in the near future, and prescriptive recommendation, which help in gives recommendations what best can be done to keep the metrics going in a positive direction. So it's the overall package is what we have under MEM.
David, quick comment here. There is
Yeah.
going to be coming confusion in the market about the topic of causality. There are emerging resources whose names will go unmentioned on this call, who are seeking to charge substantial six-figure numbers and seven-figure numbers for doing causality analytics for marketers. We don't understand why it has to be so expensive.
Hmm.
So we are calling out that we are doing this work now, have been doing it, we'll be doing more of it, but we do not think it needs to be nearly as expensive as how some of these companies are currently positioning where they're going with this technology. It simply doesn't have to be that expensive. The work is important, but it's unfair to be charging marketers and their suppliers the kind of premium prices that are starting to develop in the causality space within marketing science.
Oh, well, I mean, I think there's so much hunger for some real answers here that marketers have been denied for so long. So, yeah, not surprised that that's going on, but excited to see how MADTECH's addressing it. So, and meanwhile, as far as what's coming up, what else can the audience here expect from us going forward?
Oh, well, for the MDI Suite in general, we've got some really exciting things coming. So this is a module that we've been talking about. There are other modules that are in development now that are coming out in the first half of next year. There is a very deep and helpful module around audience that includes data hygiene, data enrichment, data onboarding, handling both online, both PII and non-PII data. There is lookalike modeling, segmentation, scoring, market opportunity analysis. So that's coming in the audience module that we're working on. Another module that's already under development is planning. We've been asked for that fairly continuously. So that's a big thing. And then another big deliverable that we have just begun work on is what we're going to be doing in the area of collective intelligence. So without stealing future thunder in a future webinar, but imagine what happens when you've got anonymized aggregated data that's fully permissioned by marketers, where you're pulling together the experience of multiple marketers who are similar to one another and being able not only to have that available for benchmarking, which our system already does, but being able to bring prediction and recommendations that are beyond one marketer's experience and being able to say, here's some things you might want to consider in advancement of the goals that you've identified, which may be beyond what you've been doing, but are drawing on the learnings associated with what other marketers are doing. And that is going to be in a very, very powerful offering that is part of what we call collective intelligence. And it is a big chunk of work that Vinod and team have already started on, but stay tuned. Lots of investment going on here.
Amazing. Well, speaking of staying tuned, I hear there's another webinar coming up.
Ah, there is. Hold on just a second. There we go.
It's me again.
Yeah. So you all will be missing me, but my partner Ashwini and David are going to be leading a discussion about the upcoming beta release of our platform. So the platform is up and running now, but it's a major milestone for our company. And on the 29th of January, Thursday, that week at 11 o'clock, there will be a very proud group of people who are going to be talking to you about what they've been working on. It is the formal beta release of the platform. And I will be an apt listener, looking forward to what they're going to share. And it is a similar format to what you're experiencing today, but that'll be at the end of January.
Well, I'm excited to join you again for this. So, yeah, I mean, thank you so much, Bill, Vinod, to all of us who joined us today. We've covered a lot of ground, from the fundamentals of marketing effectiveness to how the 8 models come together in the marketing effectiveness matrix, to seeing MEM live in action inside the platform. And of course, it's hard to share a virtual stage with MADi because she's always stealing the show. Our goal today was simple: to show you how marketers can finally get a clear, unified, and reliable view of what's working, what's not, and where to invest next. And with MEM, that clarity is not months away. It is available in real time today. So everyone here who's with us today, you'll receive this presentation, the recording, you'll receive free resources, and not just that, but you'll get an exclusive cheat sheet and some great info you'll be able to refer to for the long haul. And in the meantime, if you'd like to take that next step, whether that's exploring the platform, discussing your specific marketing challenges, or seeing how MEM can fit into your existing workflow, feel free to reach out to us anytime. You can connect directly with Bill here, visit MADTECH.AI to schedule a tailored demo, reach out to me, happy to help. Yeah, we look forward to the conversations to come. Let us know any questions that come up later on, and hope you join us again at future events. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, David.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
David.